just, I mean, all of us are really happy to still be playing. It's a special group. They've accomplished a lot. We've got two seniors here that have been a part of a lot of great seasons, but it's a group that I thoroughly enjoy being around on and off the court, and we're certainly looking forward to the challenge that we have tomorrow, playing a great team in a great venue.
Kelly, the big stage network again with something you've been a leader in pushing for over the last few years, and you get two of the highest profile teams meeting together and just talk. Feels like that's the ideal scenario. How do you feel about all of that?
Yeah, I mean, we're certainly excited about playing the match. It's pretty cool that it's on ABC, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of people that are watching. It's usually, no matter what the result is, it's usually pretty compelling volleyball when the two teams meet up. It's usually pretty high level. I'm sure it'll show, but it's the matches so far in this tournament. The number of really high level, compelling, tough matches. It's been an unbelievable tournament so far. I mean, it's kind of interesting because you see almost all 1 and 2s. I think you have 1 3rd seed that you would think that it's just the favorites that are going, but everybody's had to grind and dig in there and fight. It's been awesome, and the fact that you've got one of these on on that network is pretty cool.
Kelly, you've had success being a team 3-time Penn State. You did a couple years ago in Nebraska and a few years ago. What are the challenges for you as a coach to beat a team 3 times in one season?
I think if you're a team that has lost the previous 2, the obvious question is, do they believe that they can win? I mean, that's the obvious. I don't think when you get into this stage, I think when people have, maybe there's a thought that somebody's going to take somebody for granted that just doesn't happen with competitors. That there's too much at stake. I mean, just the opportunity to go to a Final Four is a dream for anybody. And so when that's right in front of you, you're going to get everybody's best, no matter how many times that you've beaten somebody. And so, I think our players believe, and so I don't think that's going to be a problem on our end. And on their end, they're pretty driven to get to that next step again. So I think you'll see 2 really highly driven teams that should make it a lot of fun.
Julie, kind of piggybacking off of that, can you talk to the mentality of the team going into this game here?
Yes, I feel like excitement that we get another chance to meet with this team and show better volleyball, and that's what we are focusing on. And for now, preparation, what we can do during this one day of transitioning from yesterday, and we know what's waiting. Like neither team is gonna lose this game. Somebody will have to go and grab that win. So we are preparing for a great fight and great volleyball.
And how much does it help to be able to play a team you're so familiar with such a quick turnaround?
Yeah, I mean, I think it comes in handy, but each team, is going to look a little bit different, trying to get that upper hand on teams. So it's how can we better from each time that we've seen them, and kind of learning from our own game, and then also what were they trying to do against us, and still finding ways to get better and not just staying stagnant with the information that we do already know.
Kelly, with Nebraska's match going so late last night, just how much really scouting is there for a team that you're already pretty familiar with?
Well, we didn't stick around. That would be kind of a little bit unusual, but it's, there's a lot going on here. Sometimes you're not able to really watch too much, with distractions. We thought it was probably more important to go and get a good meal and get a good sleep. I'm sure everybody was watching last night as we were getting ourselves cleaned up and all those things. But, if it was an environment that we wanted our players to get used to, we probably would have stayed here if it was a team that we didn't know much. And so you're right, it was pretty late, and the turnaround is pretty quick. It's a day and a half, and it's, and so you're immediately just trying to think of, how do we get our minds right and our bodies right, and it turns in, quickly gets into that mode.
Coach, win or lose tomorrow, can you reflect on this senior class and what they've meant to Wisconsin volleyball a little bit?
I mean, they've elevated it, and I think that's one of the things that, can you leave a program better than what you walked into it? And certainly that's a focus of mine as a coach, and that's something that we talk to our players about. And I think. I don't think there's any question about these two and the other seniors is that they've elevated the program, and they've inspired a lot of people along the way as they've played. They've represented the university and the athletic department with a lot of class and enthusiasm, and they're these two and I would say everybody in that class. It's kind of the epitome of what a student athlete should be, and so. Proud to be their coach and excited to get after it with them tomorrow.
Julio, what does the Wisconsin-Nebraska rivalry mean to you?
It's just good volleyball. It's so fun going into these games and knowing that you will get every time their best. I would say it's just fun.
And it would.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the reasons why we all love the game of volleyball is the competitiveness, and each side is just so driven with that. That, I mean, a lot of people sometimes question, what goes on through the net or that little back and forth banner, but that's some of the fun and the competition that just drives us even more, especially being able to do that as a team, having backup. It's just so fun.
Any other questions? Kelly, this summer everybody was kind of predicting what the Big Ten would be like, adding those 4 teams. I guess now that you experienced it, what was that Big Ten season like?
It was an awesome challenge, and it's always hard to win a Big Ten championship. That's just really impressive seasons by both Penn State and Nebraska to be able to do that. And you add the travel element. Compression has gotten it to even be more of a thing. It's the level of play, the style of play. I mean, all 4 of those teams are just they bring a different style of play to it. But it was a fun year. It's when it's all said and done, I'll probably say it was an exhausting year. Right now, I'm pretty energized. But John has mentioned numerous times that over the years of how much harder winning a Big Ten championship is than a national championship, and I haven't seen any stats on that or anything, but it is really hard to do, and you just have so much respect when somebody's able to do it, and it just got worlds harder this year. It's if you're a competitive junkie, it's there isn't anything better, and adding those four teams has just made it just elevated it.
Good.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.